is caught. What a catch by Freiermuth. Touchdown.
Wow, what a big-time throw.
Justin Fields making magic happen. There goes Fields. Touchdown.
Over the middle, and it is Robbie Anderson. Oh, what a hit. Oh, my goodness.
Handoff to Moore. Back to Crowder. They got the two to the quarterback, White.
What a game for Mike White, getting his first opportunity to start and getting his first win.
Wentz faking the handoff. They're under pressure.
Barely gets it out. It's intercepted. Disaster for Indianapolis. Unbelievable. And the Tennessee Titans win a wild one.
Herbert.
Intercepted. Phillips running down the sideline, and he's in. Touchdown, New England.
2nd and 10. They bring it. He's intercepted. P.J. Williams still going all the way. Touchdown, New Orleans. 3rd turnover of the day from Tom Brady.
To the end zone, and it is held for the touchdown.
We got Cooper to Cooper here for the go-ahead score.
That family must think they're dreaming right now. That really happened?
So awesome, and as if the week wasn't shocking enough, most of us woke up to the shocking news that it looks like Derrick Henry will be lost for an indefinite period of time and maybe even the season. Here to help us break it down is not only a Super Bowl champion, but a former Defensive Player of the Year in the NFL. Jonathan Vilma joining us here on Tim and Friends. Welcome back to the show, Jonathan. Thanks for taking the time.
Of course, Tim. How you doing?
I'm doing very well. I want to get to all the shocks and which shocked you the most. But to me, the MVP of the NFL was just lost, and we don't know for how long. How big a loss to Tennessee? And it's obviously big because he's the MVP. And what does this mean in an AFC where I don't know who the best team is?
Well, you just said it. Because we don't know who the best team is in the AFC, it was supposed to be Derrick Henry train running Tennessee deep into the playoffs, possibly an AFC title matchup. And without him, there's no way that the Tennessee Titans can continue this game plan, this style of offense, and be successful. And it's really because Derrick Henry was not only the leading rusher, he was also a second leading rusher after contact. So if you just took his yards after contact, took those yards only, he would have been the second leading rusher behind himself. That's how good of a running back he was. That's how powerful he was. And you're talking about, making average offensive linemen look really, really good because he was so special. Now you put in Adrian Peterson. I know they just signed him. I don't know what they do, to be quite honest, because Ryan Tannehill, he profited from that running game. In the play action, single coverage, he did a good job of being accurate. But now you can sit back with 2 safeties. You can stop the run with 7 in the box as opposed to 8. It's going to be a tall task for the Tennessee Titans offense.
One of my favorite things in the world of sports is something we coined called chuckles per 60. And it took me a couple seconds for me to figure out what you were talking about with the yards after contact. And then I realized what you were talking about, and you got a couple of – Derrick Henry definitely provides some chuckles per 60, very high. So then when we look at the AFC, KC, Indy, and Buffalo were the wins in succession for Tennessee. Who do you believe is the favorite in the AFC right now?
The Buffalo Bills.
Yes.
And forget offense, forget defense for a second. Just go to turnover margin. Buffalo Bills are the best in the NFL, the turnover margin. They protect the football, and they take it away. That stat alone has been one of the biggest indicators over the past 25 years of who's going to make the playoffs, who's going to go deep into the playoffs, who's going to win the Super Bowl. I can tell you from my Super Bowl run in 2009, the only reason that we got to the Super Bowl and won it was because of all the playoff teams. We had the highest turnover margin. We were like +7. Everyone else is +2 or +3. So with the Buffalo Bills being as opportunistic on defense and being as careful offensively, that goes a long way into the playoffs. And again, that's just, I'm not even talking about how awesome Josh Allen is. I'm not talking about how awesome the defense is. It's just about protecting the football and taking it away. The Bills are the best in the AFC are doing it.
With Henry going down, Josh Allen now the favorite for MVP in Vegas. Agree or disagree?
I agree.
Yeah.
Josh Allen, I remember us talking about the rumblings, right? Is he a bust? Did they pick him too high? And then all of a sudden, my fellow Ken Dorsey, he goes over there. He's the quarterback's coach, and you see a 180 from Josh Allen. You see the running ability that we always knew he had. Now he's able to really read defenses. What's most satisfying is watching how he's able to anticipate and make the throws as opposed to waiting for a guy to be open. And that's what's really taken his game to the next level. And that's why the Bills are as good as they are now.
Former Toronto Argonaut also, Ken Dorsey, weighing into the conversation here. All right.
Kane.
I know.
So much better.
I know.
I could have said Toronto Argonaut, but that didn't have the same to it.
Yeah, it was a little smidget in time. I do know that he is known for the U, and when he signed with the Toronto Argonauts, it was a big deal. It didn't last all that long because he went to do bigger and better things elsewhere. All right, so let me ask you this. What was the most surprising thing to you in a week of surprises? The Jets coming back from 11 down with Mike White against an improving Bengals defense. The boys without Dak. The Saints beating the Bucs again. Hopefully I've wasted enough time for you to come up with your answer on the most surprising thing in a week of surprises.
Well, I'm going with the last thing you said, Tim. The Saints beating the Bucs. You're looking at Tom Brady, who arguably is playing the best ball he's played in his career. Do you lose your Jameis Winston starting quarterback, bring in Trevor Siemian, who couldn't win a game over in Denver, and all of a sudden you're asking him to literally go toe for toe with the best quarterback to have ever played the game, who's playing at a high level. And not only did he step up, the defense for the Saints stepped up. The defense did it when they had to. So the most surprising would be that the Saints won. Even more surprising, peel it back another layer, the Bucs lost because of Tom Brady. You don't say that often, right? You don't say that.
3 turnovers.
How many times do you say that? Right. In his career, you say, the Pats lost because of Brady. Well, this time the Bucs did lose because of him. That was very surprising. But that's the biggest take I have from this past weekend.
Okay, so how did the Saints have so much success against Tom Brady and the Bucs? But this is a couple years in a row. What do they do? Do I have to get into my press coverage here, Jonathan? Do I have to get down? Is it the pressure that they're getting on the quarterback? Is it them bump and running at the line of scrimmage? I don't want to go too inside football, but they are doing something that we've never really seen.
Okay, so first and foremost, please don't ever squat like that again.
I think I ripped something.
Very disturbing. It was very disturbing. So going back to, I almost lost my train of thought watching you squat like that. So what the Saints are doing defensively, and Dennis Allen was my secondaries coach when I was playing, and now he's a defensive coordinator. He takes the mindset of attacking, similar to the way an offense attacks a defense. He takes that mindset into attacking Tom Brady. And what do I mean by that? You just mentioned press coverage. Well, it's not just press coverage. It's press coverage, and then you bring a safety to Rob, and it's like a hard, I'm telling you I'm going to double Godwin. I'm telling you I'm going to double Evans with the safety, as opposed to this playing coy with your safeties and kind of disguise and hope that Tom Brady doesn't know what coverage you're in. That's the stupidest thing ever. Tom Brady has seen every defense. He could probably teach defense better than most defensive coordinators because he's seen so much defense. So I love that the Saints, they make no bones about it. Dennis Allen, when it's press man, I am in press man. When I want a safety to take away your player, whoever it is, he's going to take him away, and then you have to play left-handed. And because of that, yes, Tom Brady will still have his yards, but it gets limited. And when you understand that you can't stop Tom Brady, you can only slow him down, that's when you know you're going to have success.
You can only hope to contain him. Do I need to get lower? Do I need to?
No, please. Just sit there.
Okay. I won't get up again. I apologize. All right. The hands are quick though. Anyways, so then why don't more teams do this? Is it personnel? It seems like a blueprint. Is that going to be every defensive coordinator now is going to pull up this video and say, here's what we're doing against the Bucs?
Well, the second thing, which is probably more important than the first, is talent.
Right.
The Saints have talent across the board. You look at the first rounders on the defensive front with Cam Jordan leading the way. You look at Malcolm Jenkins, he's been there for seemingly forever. He was a first-round pick there when I was there. Then you have the corners that are playing lights out. They've been playing lights out for years now, right? So you also, and you're right, I really should have said this as number one, most important, you have to have the talent to be able to play man defense, press man, have a safety in either Marcus Williams or Malcolm Jenkins go down, still be able to hold up on the outsides, still have linebackers like Demario Davis that can cover tight ends one-on-one, cover running backs one-on-one. When you have the talent to do that, then yes, of course, it's a lot easier said than done. And so that's the biggest issue for a lot of teams. They're limited either at the corner position, limited at the backer position, limited at the defensive end position. And fortunately for the Saints, they have done a great job scouting and drafting and signing free agents to have a premier guy at every level of the defense.
The Rams ain't never been scared, and they just went all in on this trade deadline.
Oh, yeah.
You don't see it very often. What do you think about Von Miller with the LA Rams?
I absolutely love it. I absolutely love it because you want to stockpile talent. As soon as he got traded, it made me think of Nick Saban when he had like four running backs, four studs, like Derrick Henry, Alvin Kamara, I believe it was Josh Jacobs and Kenyon Drake all in the backfield. And I may have missed a name or two, but you get the point.
Yep.
When you have so much talent, you can literally do whatever you want. The world is your oyster. The best player in the league, Aaron Donald, then backed up by the second best player in the league, Jalen Ramsey. And then you go with Von Miller, who was at one point the best player in the league. And then you have Floyd on the other side. I mean, it's just beautiful because I want to see how they use him and how they attack and how they just get after not just the Bucs. You also got to think about the Cowboys. They're going to make a run. Look at the Rams in their own division in case Seattle gets hot. You got to make sure that you can basically supplant any team that's coming in your hometown if the Rams are going to host a game, and it's going to be led by that defense now with Von Miller added to the equation.
Yeah, just danger after danger after danger on that defense, and it's going to be fun to watch them already with just one loss on the year. It's not as if they're trying to get good. They are good, and they just got better. Just like this show when you join it. We hope that we're good, but either way, we just got better no matter what the press coverage looks like.
No, thanks, Tim. Thank you, man. Making me feel good. Making me feel good.
Be well, and I promise I won't go down again.
Thank you. Thank you.
Be well. There's Jonathan Vilma joining us here on Tim and Friends.